Hello everyone, this is Yun. Over the past few weeks, I tried the 100 head drawing challenge. Initially, the goal was to increase my drawing speed and practice more. But outcome of this challenge was totally blow me away. It was way beyond what I was expecting. Through this challenge, I experienced a shift in my mindset and discovered my unique drawing style. A year ago, I tried the 100 drawing challenge with digital materials, but it didn't succeed. This time, I started over using just the pencils and paper. The reason I began this challenge again was to practice more consistently. I used to have 10 minutes drawing sessions 5 days a week, but I've been missing them the more lately. Also, I wanted to discover my unique style with the pencil lines. My goal was to refine my lines and explore the limits and possibilities of my drawing skills. One of the reasons I want to experience the feeling of accomplishment when I reach the milestone of completing all 100 drawings. Here, I'm excited to share my experience with you. So I collected all my notes from my art journal during this challenge. In the first half of the video, I'll share my experience and lessons from this challenge. And the last half will contain some tips and strategies from my experience. And I'll leave the timestamp in the description box below. It's quite straightforward. One only rule is to drawing 100 heads. There are no restrictions on what medium you use at the time you spend on each drawing. However, having a deadline really helped me to map out my schedule and avoid procrastination. As for me, I choose to draw only girls this time because I really enjoy drawing girls and wanted to develop further my own drawing skills. Here's what I did. First of all, I simply began with pencil and sketchbook. I had some good old pencils I didn't use quite often. Finally, it was a great time to use them all. And about sketchbook, I used a basic blank notebook I picked up from the dollar store a year ago. At the beginning of the challenge, I hesitated a bit about which sketchbook to use. I know there are so many fancy, expensive hardcover sketchbooks. However, I ultimately to choose a simple one. Since this is only drawing practice, there's no need to fancy cotton papers. Also, I just wanted to start easy without any heavy duty. For a bit of inspiration, I used Pinterest, which is a great online image library. So I worked on this project for like 2 hours each day, over 10 days, except for a couple of days for taking a break, and also I was away on weekends. I'll explain more about taking a break later. On the first day, I managed to finish only 4 drawings. However, as I continued to practice, my speed improved, and later in this challenge, I was able to draw an average of 10 heads drawings per day. Reflecting on this project, I admit I learned so much from this challenge. I think the most difficult thing for me was that overcoming the number 100. Initially, I was overwhelmed by the task of drawing 100 times. It seemed incredibly difficult at first, but surpassing the number 100 then completely changed my mindset. After I finished this project, this made me want to draw more, worry less about trying new things after this project. Plus, doing the same sketch 100 times was like a crash course in problem solving and knowing when to either move on or dive deeper. This is the main reason I recommend this 100 drawing challenge to everyone. It is not only for improving your drawing skills, but it also gives you a series of achievements and confidence on your creation. And this small success can pave the way for bigger challenges. In this challenge, it was a chance to play around with my style and to actually enjoy the process of drawing. I was able to try everything from little bit detailed drawing to cartoon or anime styles for fun. It turned out to be a fantastic idea factory and helped me find my own unique drawing style. I think it was a really good process of self-discovery and the character design. After completing about 29 drawings in 4 days, I noticed that my drawing started to focus too much on details, and I thought that it didn't reflect my own style. That's why I decided to take a break and rest for a couple of days. Then, when I got back to drawing, I felt much refreshed. As I continued drawing, I found myself generating more and more ideas about my drawing style and concept. I wanted to explore these ideas, continuously drawing and keeping my hand in motion, thinking about my goal. Ten tips and strategy for 100 drawing challenges. Just because of the number 100 may be overwhelmed at first. But if you break down into smaller numbers like 5 or 10 drawings a day or 1 drawing a day is a good start. It's the best strategy to find the what works for you. I prefer to set a timer for every 15 minutes for each day at first. But as I gained experience, I got faster than before, and I enjoy to explore new ideas to spend a little bit more time. Sometimes I like to draw a head with a little bit of pose and clothes with wrinkles and patterns on fabric. So I used my timer for every 30 minutes to track the time I spend and how much time I have left. I generally spend about 2 hours and flexible on time, but I didn't go more than 3 hours a day to avoid getting too tired of drawing. We don't need to strive for perfection in every drawing for this challenge. If you feel stuck on one, then move on the next. Just to keep going and going. After finishing your daily drawing, you can flip through the pages to review your work. It's cool to see how much you've practiced and how much you've improved each day. And this is my favorite moment about daily drawing. You can simply experiment with different styles. You can explore the ones you like, enjoy the process of drawing, and have fun along the way. From my experience, I didn't initially have a clear goal, but the more I drew, the more ideas came up in my mind. And they helped me get better ideas of what I was aiming for. And the unexpected ideas continue to grow and inspire new ones. And getting refreshed sometimes, it actually helped to continue to draw more and more. So if you have recharge energy. After taking a break, I noticed I've become way faster and I'm seeing my drawings in a fresh perspective. For consistent drawing every day, I would recommend to try adding to your favorite thing on drawing. Combining drawing with your favorite activities can enhance your inspiration. This approach transformed your drawing sessions into a ritual. I love listening to audiobook while drawing. For this challenge, I completed a couple of audiobooks. I usually draw in the morning and it became my morning routine. Before I start drawing, I turn on an audiobook and then everything is just follow as a habit. I'd recommend to draw from your imagination. I found that this 100 drawing challenge is a great way to practice to draw with your imagination. When you just start this challenge, you might feel unsure where to start. You might find that it is difficult to draw from your mind at first. You can find your interest images from Pinterest as a guide, and you can just begin with a simple doodling. Around the midpoint of this challenge, as I experienced, I was drawing from my own ideas based on the reference. I'm sure you will notice yourself doing it too. This was one of the surprising outcomes of this challenge for me. As you keep drawing, eventually you will find your own rhythm and take control on your drawing. And that moment you create something and you will go beyond with your own style. I found that this challenge is a great way to experiment with various mediums and focus on subjects that you are interested in. You can set your own rules. Consider this challenge as a tool for your art studies. Use it to generate ideas, brainstorm, for character design, or improve skills you want to master. For example, you might create 100 pastel paintings, 100 pose variation in Procreate, or 100 different facial expressions in oil painting. The 100 challenge is a great tool to develop your own ideas and skills. The sky is the limit. As I drew more, I found that things come more natural and comfortable when using one specific medium and one subject. In this challenge, I focused on drawing only girls, and most of all, I felt so confident about drawing on this specific subject in my style. It inspired my next challenge. As I mentioned earlier, I tried 100 drawing challenge a year ago, but it didn't work. I guess there was so many reasons for that. Now I believe that the main reason why I succeeded this time was choosing the right medium for myself. I found that I feel more comfortable with pencil and paper compared with a digital pad. The very interesting thing was that I really enjoyed seeing my pencils get shorter as I drew more, and I felt a sense of accomplishment as I got closer to the last page of my sketchbook. These small things encouraged me and made me feel like I was making progress. They energized me to continue and surpass my target of 100 drawings. The key to success this challenge is to find your own favorite way to do it. It is important to find what you really like, so you can enjoy the process along the way. Then you will know 100 is not a big deal. Thanks for joining me today. If you have any questions further about this challenge, let me know in the comments below. I would love to share everything what I learned. I hope this video inspires you. See you soon on my next video. Goodbye.